your time. I'm sure you had the minority press conference. They say that the cocoa board owes cocoa farmers close to 10 billion cedis, and that is making life unbearable for these cocoa farmers. Is that a case? And why are we having this challenge from cocoa board?
Thank you very much, Yafe. Even if cocoa board owe the farmer 1 Ghana cedi, it is an issue to be talked about, because we at cocoa board also believe that at no point should the cocoa farmer suffer any consequence or be impoverished, as it were. So irrespective of the amount involved, we are highly concerned as regulator of cocoa. And our primary responsibility is to ensure that the ordinary cocoa farmer is better off. So it is never a justification for me to even begin by saying whether it is true or not, even if it is a cedi or a peswa. I mean, it is incumbent on us to ensure that whatever payment needs to be done, obviously, we'll have to. However, we have situations or reasons that has triggered or occasioned what we are experiencing today. I mean, in the life of cocoa board, we've been experiencing several forms of funding the cocoa. Notable amongst these happens to be, the syndication that we used to do. So over 32 years now, we've been exposed to the syndicated facility, which also provides some form of security in terms of funding of the cocoa bean. Quite unfortunately, we were unable to access the syndication in 2024, which automatically means that in terms of security in providing adequate source of funding for the purchase of cocoa, we don't have it. So now, our source of funding has been that the off-taker or the international buyer steps in to do what? Provide some form of funding. It comes with conditions. Condition number 1, the off-taker is telling you, the licensed buying company in Ghana, to be giving his or her money for the onward purchase of the cocoa. Number 2, the off-taker is doing that largely because we were unable to fulfill our contractual obligations to them during the previous previous year. That is the 2023 year. Interview. You understand? So it became an issue. But thankfully, the new administration stepped in under Dr. Randiabi and says that, look, any better manager will tell you that the current financing model that we have at COCOBOD can never go beyond 2025, 2026. So it becomes imperative, as it were, for us to begin the discussion of a new financing model, which will inure to the benefit of all the stakeholders in the cocoa sector. So that conversation has started. It is quite unfortunate that we've had to be hit with the situation whereby certain payments have delayed. But it is not something that is the doing of COCOBOD, but a cocktail of issues that have come together to resolve in this. But I'm happy to report to you that as at last 2 days, we've started making some payments to the LBCs. And to the LBCs, we are going to say kudos to them, because these are companies that have gone in for their own sources of funding and have been purchasing cocoa to COCOBOD. And COCOBOD will have to pay these people. And we have started making payment. In fact, November, we made over 6 billion. December, we made over 5 billion payments. And even January, we've made 6 billion. And even today, as we speak this month, we've made over 620 million cedi hot payments. But this is not to state categorically that we do not have some monies that are to be paid to these people. But we are indeed paying monies to them for them to also pay the farmers, whichever amount that is outstanding.
You are making payments, all right, but then the farmers say they are yet to see any payments. So who are you making the payments to, Jerome?
Yes, so if I heard correctly, in respect of the interview you had with the COCOBOD people, that is the licensed buying company, COCOBOD do not have direct interface with the farmer. So we don't deal directly. So what we have to do is to make payment to the LBCs, and then the LBCs will do what? Will make payment to the farmer. But this is another twist of the issue. The issue is that because we've had a drastic fall in the prices of cocoa on the international market, and we've not had a review of our prices here, now when monies are being given to the license buying company, the person now thinks, am I to go back to the field and spend this money, or I should wait? Because if I go to pay the farmer $5,040 per ton, and on the international market it is being sold for 4,000 cedis, who is willing to buy it at a price that at least I will break even, not even to talk of making profit? So it also becomes a dilemma or a situation that they need to think through before they do what they do it. So it is a whole issue, but the fact is we are making payment in respect of the CTORs, that is the cocoa takeover receipts that have come to COCOBOD. We are making payment to these companies.
And when finally can we get all the farmers paid? You want to put the timeline to it?
For that, I wouldn't be able, because monies are paid, on a daily base or on a weekly base. The same as, the pages of a cocoa, because it doesn't come at a go. So the money comes in and then we make a transfer to the various license buying companies.
So is it a COCOBOD problem or a Ministry of Finance problem? Because we know now COCOBOD is under the Ministry of Finance. So is it a ministry problem or a COCOBOD problem?
You cannot say that you go and blame your supervisor or the supervising ministry that they have, because COCOBOD, we take full responsibility, because we have the responsibility of managing the day-to-day activities of the cocoa sector. So whatever problems or challenges that come, we face it squarely, and that is what I've told you, that it is not something that you say that we are overwhelmed with it, but just that it has become a timing issue. The predictions that was made by our chief executive by saying that this financing model will not go beyond this. Yes, he anticipated that. He initiated the conversations around this to propound a new strategy of dealing with it. But just that we never anticipated, a sharp or a drastic drop in the price that we are experiencing today.
In just 1 minute, I give you opportunity. What will you tell cocoa farmers who are listening to us now?
So what we are telling cocoa farmers is that, look, our relevance at COCOBOD today is based on the existence of the cocoa farmer. Because if the cocoa farmer refuses to exist or to trade in cocoa today, I'm not sure that there will be relevance for anybody working at COCOBOD. So we take them seriously and attach every importance to whatever plight or concerns that they put before us. And we are going to work tirelessly to ensure that whatever grievance or whatever concerns that they have will be addressed. And also putting measures to making sure that the life they are living today will be better off in the near future. And when I'm talking about the near future, I'm not talking about 5-10 years, but in the shortest possible time. And that is why under this administration, we have the provision of free fertilizer, free agrochemicals, free spraying machines, and giving free scholarship to the world of cocoa farmers. All is to do away with the associate cost involved in the farming activity, because this will free them and also let them make some savings for them to say that yes, I have had benefit in respect of the job or the trade that I am plying. So we are doing all this. We are very mindful and not oblivious about what we need to do, because it is enshrined in our act, and we need to ensure the betterment of the cocoa farmer, and we are going to do exactly that.
Jerome, thank you very much for your time. Jerome Kwekusam is head of public affairs at the Ghana COCOBOD. Let's still stay with this matter, because a former public affairs